Okay, while I film this, at any moment, combat could break out, okay? But it's allowed that I film. I'm allowed to say a few things. It's the good guys. We have to plug. So, sirens, and this is the worst place I've ever been. I don't want to plug. It's really hard to always have to plug. I am so tired. The cartilage of my ears, my arms are tired of living like that. Plug. Like, humans are not supposed to do that. Speaking of human, at 18, I'm allowed to say this, and I'm going to say it in summary synopsis, okay? Because of lots of reasons, but I can say this. At 18 years old, I can't say right now how. I'm not hearing things, okay? So let's get that out of the equation. Directly told that angels created me. There is God and there is angels, okay? I have to follow the order. I do what angels say, who are my creator, and I do what God says. Okay, great. And they're the ones that told me I have a name. They said, do you want to know your name? You have a name. And they kept, I can't tell you anymore because then you'll be aware of how I was talking to them. And I'm not hearing them. Get that out of the equation. I haven't been able to say this stuff ever in 6 years. I've known this all my life. Okay? All right. I never was allowed to say it ever before. And I'm allowed to say it on today's date and time. After this long being on the internet, and that's it. It's just short synopsis. There's massive details. I know them all. All right, but just like no one ever talks to me, no one ever talks to me. So I do wonder when I will ever talk to anyone about this, and I know who it will be. It'll be the GRU with China. So I'm waiting, and I'm hoping it's today. Okay? They want to know all about this stuff with God and angels. They want to know all about it. And I've kept it a secret all my life because I had to. It was forbidden to ever say anything. No one knew, okay? Not anyone knew, and I was always alone anyways, as people have figured out from watching enough of what I said over the years. Always alone. This phone sucks holding it, but I'm just going to hold it so this is a nice little way to talk. Right now I'm in physical pain. The chemical weapons liquidizes the poo-poo in my intestines. It liquidizes it. And it comes gushing out. And it's like what I say, pee-poo. And it just, as they pump the more comes, okay? And my face is itching a little bit in here. If you're wondering why I keep touching my nose. It is meant to kill, and no doubt. And I witness this all the time. These chemical weapons have been used on other people in here all the time, like I have put into written statement. Just now in the bathroom, I got emotionally really upset. And I was looking at my feet, taking my socks off, and I clearly said, in thought, these people are trying to execute me. And the woman was laughing. Ha 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 ha. And then she'd take a breath and then go, ha 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 ha. Excuse me, she's such a psychotic with that man. I can't talk about the man even right now. They both cannibalize and chop up bodies, and they're supposed to hit me, do a hit. And I kept living through everything. And this is where we end up. This is your final equation here. They won't stop. And somebody kept giving them ways to attack the target, me. And then now there's an arsenal of chemical weapons, and they already make the hot ones. I don't understand that. It's a weapon system. I've told you from the beginning. I'm not going to be able to tell you what it is until I myself am educated on it. And some of it is classified Russian information that Trump and Biden put in here. They're really, this is done. This is why we have no government. So I know I talk funny, it don't make sense, but it's not on me anymore to sit here and try to struggle through that in the state I'm in when I'm just, they're constantly trying to execute me in here. And so I was in incredible pain and really sick and had finally been able to crawl off the toilet. And the TV's blasting through the whole house. This female keeps laughing and laughing. She laughed for a good 4 minutes, just over and over and over. It's to be filmed. Like I said, no, this is very, very big and serious factor. The Americans, the TV is like internet, and so is TV. The TV was one factor, big factor to their destruction. This is terrorist cell. This is chemical arsenal. Anyone in the right mind want to be on any form of TV. You can change the channel and see Biden or Trump on TV too, around the clock. Always somewhere on TV, live TV, or recorded earlier that day. This is their destruction, and there's nothing to laugh at. The chemical weapons they use here kill within seconds. And I still, right now, like I can't talk about the psychotic man in the basement. I can't talk about all the chemical weapons. Oh, I witnessed it all. I know what ones and when and everything. Oh, I know it all here. And they're definitely targeting me. And so I had that emotion. You can't stop that when someone's trying to kill you. And you're not dead, you're alive. And you know they're trying to kill you. And it is so upsetting. And it's so hard to feel that way. Now they have done this the whole 4 years, but I had another moment like that in the bathroom where I'm like, they are trying to execute me. So while the female ISIS terrorist was laughing on replay, like a loop on purpose, oh, ha, 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 and then she'd take a breath and do it again, like looping it. There was a terrorist in the bathroom over me because I'm sitting on the toilet just getting plummered with fucking lethal gas. I'm in pain. I've described that on another time, okay? And it's bad enough where you think you're gonna die. You do. Every time. You think this is it. But what did I say in opening? Right. I was created, I never told anyone this, I was forbidden. Now I know I was born through my mother. Right. But I also remember some things. Right. Which is what the GRU and China want to know. It's that moment before my mom found out she was pregnant with me and the stuff that I remember. It has to do with genomes? Yeah. It's science. But I've been forbidden all my life to ever talk about it. Nobody knew what the angels told me at 18. And I'm not hearing them. I don't hear voices, and I don't need to say that. This is degrading to myself. Nobody thinks I hear voices. I don't. But you can't tell anybody this. It was forbidden at 18. And then there's exact verbatim words. I mean, okay, it's called communication. And I have incredible, on top of that, I have incredible ESP with the angels. Incredible. Straight radar line. That's what I call guidance, because I don't know how else to tell people, right? You can't tell them. I was forbidden. It's ESP, is whatever they call that. And I have it with my creator. Okay. So while I was in the bathroom and I'm on the toilet and I'm realizing that they're trying to kill me, and I'm thinking I'm gonna die is when I hear the terrorists working like I have described, dragging stuff really quiet. You can hear objects, a tub. I hadn't run into water. They were poisoning me is what they were doing from the room above. And the other female was in the murder room laughing. So both I could clearly ID where they were. There was one over my head and one in the murder room. And a TV blasting. And it was blasting into my bathroom, but you can still hear the stuff, and I don't have to tell an adult that. So the terrace over my head worked, quote unquote, in quotes, worked for a good 3 minutes, just tiptoeing the whole time, constantly working, and the poison just kept pumping harder and harder and harder and harder and harder into my bathroom, okay? And I'm on the toilet, and I'm thinking I'm gonna die, and we'll talk about the symptoms later. And that's when my archangel says, I want you to take a bath right now. And I needed to get clean because here we are, sweating and pooping. He says, take it right now. Don't leave the bathroom. Take the bath right now. So I'm feeling like shit. I'm not trying to get in the bathroom. And that's when I said that I walked over. Once I was done, I flushed. It was green light flush. And I looked at my socks, and that's when I realized they're trying to execute you. Maybe it was telepathy from Angel saying that they are trying to execute you so hard right now, you don't know. I'm telling you, I felt it. I look horrible. I want to look better. I don't want to be on film always looking so rotten. But I'm going to get this out anyways, and doing face is so importante. Okay, so I take my socks off and I start running the water, and I'm in all this pain. I've just been poisoned, and there's still poison coming into the room, just pumping into the bathroom. By the time I run the water, I don't hear the laughing just going and going. And I don't hear the terrorists, okay, because there's water TV, and I'm not listening anymore. I'm just doing what I'm told, and that is to take a bath. By the time I was in the bath, about minute 2, the poison did stop. I'm not feeling sick and the symptoms and miserable. It's actually not miserable, it's torture. And I'm able to take a bath, and I start to recover, okay? By the time I come out of the bathroom, I'm just going to end this real quick here. The TV's just so loud, right? And then there's another one competing with it from the basement, and there's no more laughing. I don't know where they are. The terrorists I don't hear, but the one in the bathroom above me, you don't always hear them. Sometimes they just stand there. And then I get dressed, okay? And I'm saying to St. Michael, I can't keep going on like this. What can I say here, man? And he says, go ahead and say this much. I don't sit there and have a full telepathic discussion. No. But I just know instinctually what is okay to get over onto the internet. Now we're coming to minute 14, and I really want this to go onto Instagram and to all of them, so I'm going to cut it short. But to end with, right there, you see, oh, hold on. Right, see that door? Right there, that above the door, all this perfume was coming down from the door. Like mucho perfume. Okay, and then I walked into that room, and I walked into a fog of fucking poison, and then it followed me into the bathroom. Adios.